Hey there. Today I'm going to be talking about the wonderful world of creating your own original characters and how to create your own original characters and to make them unique. For those who don't know, original characters are basically characters that an artist, or not even an artist, anybody creates. And then you can either make them and just have fun with them, or you can traumatize them and give them lore, like me. And usually an abbreviation for original characters is OC. Anyways, now into the video. How do you make an original character? There's multiple steps. I'm just going to go over a few of them, kind of simplify it. I made a little board on Milano, link in the description for. Okay, step 1 to creating a character is getting inspiration. It is okay to be inspired and use references. I also really like giving my OC like a color scheme, which could also inspire their clothing and design. You could also do color, their culture, which will affect their outfit a lot, their setting, and the conditions they live in, whether it's hot or cold. That will affect them and how they look. Part of inspiration is getting the design, and you can use inspiration. I know some people, they want it to be completely original. Nothing is completely original. I recommend getting just like art that you like, or get characters that kind of resemble your character. This is one of my OCs, Henry, and I think Finn and Dipper are very similar to him. I also found these pictures look a lot like him and kind of give off Henry's energy. And then number 2. The second part to making a character is probably development. This part takes the longest amount of time because it's so much stuff, and you should not do it in just one sitting. It takes a while for you to finalize it, but you can get a basic gist in one sitting at least. I'd say things like backstory, what they want, what they desire, what are they trying to achieve, their flaws, their skills, their strengths, their weaknesses. I'd say these things are pretty important to know, and obviously more will come along the way as you continue to develop your character. But things like this can really affect how your character looks. A good thing to also know is things they like and things they don't like, because if they don't like something or something happened in their past, it will affect the way they act and sometimes the way they look. It is a bit hard to try and explain the process of making a character, so I'm going to show you the process of making a character, and I'm going to make a completely original character. I think one thing that really helps making original characters is making a mood board. This is my mood board from my OC Sasha. You can see he has a very clear color scheme, orange, green, and darker green. And you can see I found a bunch of pictures on Pinterest that sort of resemble him. As you can see, dark hair and a bit more serious. And also I just have his sort of vibe in the pictures around. And I think this helps a lot with trying to figure out a character. Also, next, I have Pinterest boards for each and every single one of my OCs. There's just inspiration that reminds me of them. This is my board for Henry. And you can see it's mostly blonde people, or just people being very silly or chaotic, because that's the sort of vibe he gives. This is Caden. He has wings, so he's like a bird person, and as you can see, most of the art in here are people with wings. Here's more of Sasha, and you can see most of these characters have black hair and have sort of a nerd vibe to them, or hero vibe, because Sasha is the hero of the story. Anyways, now we're gonna go into the inspiration for our new character. So under all of my OCs, I have just extra stuff that didn't fit into my OCs, and I think today I want to go for more of a wild kind of warrior type of girl. So I'm saving these pictures to Milano, and then after I saved a bunch of pictures that sort of gave off the vibe I wanted, I went over to Milanote and I made a little mood board. This video is not sponsored by Milanote, so I'm not really going to go into detail about its functions, but I basically just added these pictures in to the board and I arranged them in a nice and fancy way. And then I added a few more things and tried to write down what the vibe was, and then I kind of got the inspiration it kind of give that this girl would give Katara and her painted lady sort of vibe. So she's secretly saving the town like a hero, but like nobody knows it, and she kind of just lives among the civilians. So I definitely wanted her to have like a mask and also have like moon-esque kind of color scheme, so like silvers and blues, and basically she'd only like come out at night and like save the town from evil or something like that. I'll probably post a short in a few days about her character and her design, so stay tuned for that and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. But I'm gonna try and post at least one long form video a month now. Yeah, make sure to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Comment if this was helpful or if there's any other things you need help on. I am happy to make a video.